Hello, my friends. Namaste, and welcome to Orgone Corner. I am the Orgonite Catechist. All of our how-to videos document the journey of an idea, a thought, or an intention into a beautiful manifestation that reminds us how powerful we truly are. Once you begin to work with the elemental and alchemical energies involved in Orgonite, your life will change in the most amazing ways. Synchronicities and serendipities will follow you everywhere. Today's journey is about Mercury, the messenger planet, friend of the sun, and public relations manager of the solar system. This rocky planet looks more like our moon and rockets around the sun every 87 days or so. Mercury is about 1/3 the Earth's size, but has a magnetic field the same strength as Earth's. Mercury is also associated with the throat chakra. The sound frequency I'm using in the background is an audible octave of the base frequency of 141.27 Hz. This frequency was derived from the cosmic octave concept developed by a Swiss mathematician named Hans Cousteau. Essentially using simple math and observations of the movements of planets, Cousteau developed a way to express the energies of the cosmic bodies in terms of wavelengths and frequencies. We will honor the archetype of Mercury, the communicator, with the following organic and inorganic materials. A marble fashioned to look like the planet Mercury. Silver-plated balls, a yellow quartz crystal, silver-colored wire, obsidian, black tourmaline, iron filings, 4 Caduceus charms, and gallium. Gallium will represent the element of Mercury. It has a low melting point, and it's safer to use for craft projects. So I hereby metaphysically transmute this gallium into Mercury. I recommend smudging your space with sage and Palo Santo. I will start this project by using the tilt technique. The mold will be positioned so that the resin collects on the side walls of the mold. After curing 6 to 8 hours on one side, the mold can be rotated and resin applied to the next side wall. This creates a smooth, strong structure to hold the planetary energies. Now, before pouring any resin, I will add a splash of silver glitter to the apex. And then wrap the quartz crystal in silver-colored wire. The spiraling wire represents the way matter and energy move through space and time. This crystal has been cleared and charged in sunlight and moonlight, and then programmed with the 141.27 Hz frequency. Once wrapped, I will suspend the crystal from 2 popsicle sticks. I will coat the crystal with mixed resin and then pour the resin into the apex. As the resin is curing, it will compress the wire-wrapped crystal, creating a toroidal or donut-shaped field of electromagnetic energy around the orgonite with the intention and frequency of Mercury energy. When the resin has partially cured, sticky but solid, I will add 9 steel silver-colored balls around the bottom third of the crystal. This silver component will enhance the orgonite in 2 ways. First, silver energies enhance the power of the stones around it, like the center quartz crystal and the obsidian, which we will add in a moment. Secondly, it facilitates emotional communication, either spiritually through the third eye chakra, or, since Mercury is our communication planet, through verbal, written, and electronic discourse on the physical plane through our throat chakra. Once the silver balls are set, I will place 9 obsidian stones around the steel balls. Obsidian is also crucial for communication and the throat chakra, because it is literally named the Stone of Truth. Now, unlike lapis lazuli, which also facilitates authentic communication, obsidian has a grounding effect that is so powerful, people physically feel obsidian's energy in their gut. Many caution to be ready for shadow work in the presence of obsidian. But fear not, for it also has protective properties as well, due to its dark color, like onyx and black tourmaline. And finally, I'll pour the yellow resin to submerge the crystal, the silver balls, and the obsidian. After several hours, the resin is solid enough to support the marble planet. And then, layer by layer, I will submerge the planet in clear resin. The marble has been painted to represent what Mercury is thought to look like from telescope and satellite imagery. Did you know that when you draw a line between Mercury and the Earth, that the midpoint of that line can then be traced out as they orbit the Sun? That tracing, once complete, is very similar to the sacred geometry pattern of the flower of life. It's stunning. All the planets actually do this with each other and with Earth. Just before I completely submerge Mercury, I will add 4 rough chunks of black tourmaline, standing sentry at the 4 corners of the pyramid. Black tourmaline, like other dark stones as I have just described, provide an extra layer of protection against any dark energies released when working with this orgonite. Tourmaline will also purify your electronic devices, so fix a piece with tape to your computer, laptop, tablet, and phone. Once the planet and tourmaline are submerged and the resin is partially cured, I will add the melted gallium. Gallium is easily liquefied in warm water and remains that way for about an hour. It is also safer than using actual mercury, which can be toxic. First, I will pour red resin and work out the bubbles with heat, and then drop in the gallium. This metal is actually very, very heavy and sank a little further into the pyramid than I had intended. But no worries, because metaphysically, the effects are still very potent. Mercury, or quicksilver, is used in magic, medicine, and technology, but is also toxic to handle, so I do not recommend using real mercury in your crafting. This metal represents communication and progress, and in the darker art, represents the serpent. There's definitely a dark side to working with the energies of Mercury. Ask anyone trying to get something done when Mercury goes retrograde for 3 to 4 weeks, 3 to 4 times a year. But there's also a beautiful, raw truth in these energies, that once it's revealed, you'll never be the same. You will speak your truth from a solid, grounded state. It's similar to pulling the bandage off quickly with Mercury. The pain is intense, but it's quick, and the relief is enduring. Now, one thing about gallium is that it will destroy aluminum, so be very, very careful about cleanup. Once it solidifies, it can be easily wiped up. Use gloves or definitely wash your hands. The next layer will consist of shimmering white resin, in which I will place iron filings. The dark and light components blend into a rocky gray, reminiscent of the surface of Mercury. For the final layer, I will pour clear resin and place the 4 silver Caduceus charms in the 4 corners of the pyramid. The Caduceus is the symbol of the god Hermes and Mercury from Roman and Greek mythology. This god was both male and female, and was the god of energy exchange by either stealing giving, sending, receiving, or listening, talking. Any pushing and pulling of energy, Mercury is in charge of. The symbol was thought to be born from Mercury throwing his or her staff between two quarreling snakes. The staff provided a way for the competing snakes to become harmonious, and thus the symbol was born. And now we wait. After 12 to 24 hours, we can demold our Mercury Orgonite. The effect of the gallium is stunning and better than I expected. I get a sense that the planet is birthing from the element of Mercury itself. The tourmaline, iron filings, and obsidian provide a contrast to the bright surface of the planet and protect and ground us from any negative energy. Use the energies of this planet to soothe and protect you when you do shadow work, and to balance you as quickly and painlessly as possible. I wish you swift, clear, and honest communications. Namaste. Please join me for the Mercury meditation to follow.